This video is brought to you by WeGotSoccer.com, offering all the latest soccer gear at everyday low prices. Don't forget to use coupon code SR4U at checkout for 10% off any order. Hey guys, Josh from SoccerReviewsForYou.com with an unboxing plus on-feet video of the Nike HyperVenom Phelon in the brand new black, white, and flash lime colorway. So I'll get the shoes out of the box really quickly. Keep in mind that this is the second takedown model in the HyperVenom series with a retail price of $75 US. Also, if you guys could take a quick second to leave a like on the video, it would be greatly appreciated. So here is a look at the latest colorway of the HyperVenom Phelon. Normally I don't bring in extra colorways or alternate colorways of the takedown models. I normally just do one of the really popular lines. But one, I brought it in because I needed a pair for review. I'm currently in the process of testing the HyperVenom Phelon, and the pair that I have here is actually a sample pair, so I just wanted to get a production run pair, which is what these are right here, just to verify that there aren't actually any differences between the sample pair that I have for testing and the production pair. So I'm going to wear these a couple times and hopefully have the review up in the next week or so. Also, the HyperVenom Phelon seems to be a pretty popular model right now. The Nike Mercurial Victory 4 is one of the most popular takedown models currently out there on the market, and this is one of the shoes that I would consider to be a direct competitor. It is a little bit more. I believe it's $10 more at retail price at the $75 price point that they put this at. But in comparison to the Victory 4, to me the quality of this shoe is a little bit better, not only in the material used, but also in the overall fit, which you'll see a little bit later in the on-feet portion of the video. And actually, if you guys do want to see a direct side-by-side comparison between the HyperVenom Phelon and the Nike Mercurial Victory 4, I'll leave an annotation on screen to that particular video. Now, as far as the colorway itself goes, obviously it is the black, white, and flash lime color. It does look a little bit different on the HyperVenom Phelon than it does on the top-end Phantom. If you guys saw my unboxing of that particular shoe, obviously the sole plate is completely in that flash lime color with your black accents throughout. And overall, the flash lime just doesn't have that same finish to it because it's not that same Nike Skin synthetic. But overall, it still is very vibrant, very bright green. Pretty much lines the entire inside of the shoe as well, and it accents well with the black and white on the upper. As far as the shoe itself goes, just go over the technical specifications very quickly. The upper is made from what Nike calls trophy synthetic. It's a new low-end synthetic, and overall it's very similar to what you're going to find from the synthetic leathers they use on the Nike Mercurial Victory, but in my opinion this is a little bit softer and to me feels a little bit better quality. You are going to have that same kind of hexagon or honeycomb finish on there like you'll find on the top end HyperVenom Phantom, but overall it's not actually Nike Skin. It's just kind of a texture that they've embedded into the synthetic itself. It is a layered synthetic, as you guys can see right there on the edge. There appears to be about 3 or 4 different layers to make it up, and it does have that little bit of extra texturing, but this is by no means a Nike Skin material, so just keep that in mind. You have that same offset lacing system, as you guys can see, with the laces being pushed to the outside. Obviously all the logos are on there, your skull and crossbones, your Nike swoosh logo there at the front, and of course your Nike swoosh logo there at the back. The heel is lined in like a synthetic leather material, nothing too fancy there, a nice amount of padding. I'll pull the insole out really quickly. Again, there's nothing too fancy here at all. You got a mesh liner on the insole, your HyperVenom logo right there at the heel, and it's pretty much just your standard EVA foam with that same pattern you're going to find on the base of the sole plate at the base of the insole. Get that out of the way. We'll take a look at the sole plate and stud pattern itself. It is a TPU based sole plate as opposed to a glass nylon like you're going to find on the 2 higher end models. TPU plastic all the way through. You got that same pattern as you can see with the split toe and of course the cross joint section here in the midfoot just to stabilize and stiffen that area of the boot, while the stud pattern itself is also exactly the same with your 4 conical studs in the heel, your 3 on the inside of the forefoot, your 3 on the outside, the 1 bladed stud at the tip of the toe, and the 1 bladed support stud right there in the middle. Overall, one of the best new stud patterns currently out there on the market. I'm really enjoying using it, and I'm just overall curious to use these. I don't normally like wearing the lower end shoes, but in all honesty, I don't really mind the HyperVenom Phelon, and while I do think there are better options out there for the price range, it isn't a terrible option if you are looking for something from the new HyperVenom series, but don't necessarily have the money for the top end Phantom or the lower end Fatal. So that's pretty much it as far as the unboxing portion of this video goes, and I'll move on to a quick weigh-in so you can get a better idea as to how lightweight these shoes are. While the Phelon is a lower end model in the HyperVenom series, by no means is it heavy. So I'm going to weigh this pair in for you today in real time. Keep in mind this is a brand new pair in a size 9 US. We're going to throw it on the scale, And you can see that these guys weigh in at 8.3 ounces. So for a takedown model, that is relatively lightweight. Not too far off from what you're going to get from the Fatal or even the Phantom. So if you are looking for that lightweight feel at a low cost, you're definitely going to get that from the HyperVenom Phelon. So that's pretty much it as far as the weigh-in portion of this video goes. And we'll move on to a quick on feet so you can get a better idea as to how these shoes fit and what the sizing is like. Alright, here's a look at the HyperVenom Phelons on feet. And for a low-end soccer shoe, the fit is not that bad. The main reason for that is because the shape of the boot is actually very similar to the high-end Phantom model, but what's different about this particular shoe versus the Phantom is that the Nike Skin Synthetic on the top-end Phantom is a lot softer, a lot more flexible, and actually has a decent amount of stretch to it, whereas the Trophy Synthetic on this shoe is not nearly as flexible, especially from right out of the box, but give it a couple hours of wear time and it will soften up for you. But because it doesn't have that ability to stretch, the sizing is thrown off a little bit. I'm wearing my usual size 9 US in the Phelon here, and the fit and the length is fairly tight. If you like that tight fit, you definitely can stay true to size. But if you want something with a little bit more room, perhaps is going to be a little bit more comfortable for you, I would probably recommend going a half size up in the Phelon versus what size you would get in the Fatal or Phantom, which in my opinion fit true to size. As far as the overall width of the shoe itself goes, it does have a slightly more narrow cut about it, especially in the toe box area. So if you do have wider feet, you're probably better off staying away from the Phelon altogether, or at least have the opportunity to try them on in stores and see how they fit on your feet. But for the most part, I wouldn't say that it's a particularly wide-fitting shoe. So that's pretty much it as far as the on-feet portion of this video goes, and I'll leave you to my final thoughts. Alright guys, that's it for my unboxing of the HyperVenom Phelon. If you are looking for something at a lower cost in the new HyperVenom series, this is definitely not a bad option. Although there are a little bit better options, especially if you spend another $10 to $15 from Nike as well as other brands or what you can find on sale. But like I said, if you are looking for this particular style, the Phelon is definitely not that bad of a shoe. As far as the full review goes, like I said, I'm going to get to testing these very, very shortly. Just want to verify that these are the same as the sample pair that I have been wearing for the last couple of weeks and have the full review up in the next week or so. In the meantime, if you guys do want to check out the review page on my website, I will leave a link down below in the description where you will find the high quality images of this pair here, along with buy it now links with the best prices online, including exclusive SR4U coupon codes to get yourself some additional discounts if you are interested in ordering a pair of these for yourself. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment down below. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to support it with a like. Subscribe if you haven't already for daily videos on all the latest soccer gear. You can find all of my social media links down below in the description. And other than that, guys, hope you enjoyed today's video, and as always, thanks for watching.